use my affiliate link to support the channel down in the description. Hey, what's up guys, it's MetaGamesGX here. I want to make a video on how to be protecting your gimmick puppet. Now, gimmick puppeting is one of your best strategies as a branded player right now, and I think there's actually a lot of different tech cards that we could be using to secure your gimmick puppet one way or another. Now, with that being said, make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you guys want to see more branded content like this, let's get right into it. Obviously, we have the first option, which we all know and love, is triple tactics thrust / talents plus fusion duplication. This card allows us to play through Ash Blossom, obviously. Once our branded fusion has been ashed, when we go triple tactics thrust, and we're able to set a fusion duplication, and then obviously we're able to set the fusion duplication and then target either a branded fusion in your graveyard or your opponent's graveyard. Very important, it's either graveyard, and you can copy the effect on your opponent's turn. This can only be Ash or Belled rather than Ash Blossom, which is a less common hand trap, which is very good. So you are able to then resolve the branded fusion, which typically gets you to the gimmick puppet. Obviously, we all know and love this. On top of that, there's other classics like Crossout Designator, and which allows us to literally just call Ash Blossom, or the Bestial, or like the Crow, or the called by when your opponent tries to out your Sanctifier or your branded fusion. I think also on top of that, we have things like Branded Lost, which allows us to do an uninterrupted gimmick lock. Uninterrupted gimmick lock is where you do a fusion summon as Chainlink 1 under Branded Lost, which allows you to get a protection window on the subsequent Chainlink. So you will get Chainlink 1 Branded Lost, and then you're able to chain your Sanctifier as Chainlink 2, and you're able to target the gimmick puppet in your graveyard alongside another monster so that your opponent is not able to respond in this window. And this is honestly one of Branded's most devastating ways to to blow out your opponent, because Branded Lost is one of the best cards in the whole brand deck. It allows your opponent not to be able to respond, and your fusion summons not to be negated. So using this protection window and using the fact that Sanctifier is a quick effect, so that you can quick effect chain Sanctifier to the fusion summon protection window on Branded Lost, since you are still able to respond yourself under Branded Lost protection window, obviously. So you are able to then target the gimmick puppet, like I said, and your opponent cannot respond with a Bestial, a Dragoon, or just anything to out the Sanctifier. And this is also just something that opponents will just play into with having a Bestial or whatever in hand. If they give you chain priority and draw phase to go fusion summon, and they don't respond, they are completely toasted. And I've seen players with Bestials in hand basically lose in that scenario. So that's definitely something to be doing if you're able to have the Branded Lost on field. You know, use a Branded Red, get into Stapelia, bada bing, bada boom. We also have this really interesting card that Discord member Liam actually found the other day. It's called Give and Take. It's from Duelist Pack 8 Yusei Fudo, and this card reads: special summon one monster in your graveyard to your opponent's side of the field in defense position. Increase the level of one of monster you control by the level of the special summon monster until the end phase. So this card is the only other card in the game, I believe, that can special summon a monster to your opponent's side of the field outside of Sanctifier or Branded Expulsion. And this was printed back in like 2010. So I think that this card is also a thrust target. So in theory, if your Sanctifier gets Belled, or if your gimmick puppet tries to get Crowed or Bestialed, you can actually literally just chain Give and Take, and then you can just special summon the gimmick puppet for free and give it to your opponent. Now, the level modulation does not matter because Titaniclad needs original levels. So, you know, my homies who were thinking they were going to make a 4700 Titaniclad off of this, they will not be able to. But yeah, this is a really cool card. Don't go buy it out, guys. I think it might be an interesting option. Even as a thrust target, you know, as a one-of thrust target for against the decks that you're going to be seeing Bestials against and stuff like that. You know, this is a guaranteed puppet out for the most part. I think that if Sanctifier gets banned, this would also just be a funny way to continue the gimmick puppet streak in Branded Despia, but that's always just a little meme, to be honest. Also, you have Lubellion. So let's just say your gimmick puppet gets banished. You can always use Lubellion's effect to make a Stapelia by recycling itself plus the gimmick puppet in your graveyard back to the deck, so that the puppet goes back to the deck. Now let's just say that your Grand Guignol gets impermed or stopped so that you have no way to send the Gimmick puppet off of the Grand Guignol. Well, you only probably run one Grand Guignol, right? So this poses an issue for you when you're trying to set up a Gimmick lock. A lot of the time your Guignol will get impermed when you're trying to send the puppet. Well, if this happens, you can always use branded fusion or another way into getting branded fusion, like a fusion duplication, to send the Gimmick puppet off of there in order to get it in the graveyard. You know, branded fusion by sending Gimmick puppet is actually one of the best ways to get Gimmick puppet in the graveyard. It makes a Lubellion, and then you're obviously able to make that Stapelia I mentioned, or even more importantly, a Mirror Jade or Sanctifier if you have the Light Spellcaster in graveyard. So I think Lubellion is just one of your best ways to really just play with to make sure that Gimmick puppet gets in the graveyard or gets back in the deck, worst case scenario. I think obviously Foolish Burial is one of the best ways to do that as well, but that's just neither here nor there. I mean, like, the thing is that Brand Fusion used to be a 1-card combo when Expulsion was out, because you could just go into Branded Fusion, Lubellion, send the puppet, and then make the Mirror Jade, and then go Mirror Jade effect, set the Expulsion off the Albion that you would set the end phase, or that you would send off the Mirror Jade and then set in the end phase, and that was your Gimmick puppet lock right there. Now, it's a little bit more complicated. We have cards like Nadir Servant in order to make a 1-card combo still, or just having that Light Spellcaster plus a Brand Fusion hand usually does the trick. So with that being said, I hope you guys learned how to play through the outs of Gimmick Lock and even got a cool new tech that you could try out in order to play through your outs for Gimmick Lock. Did I miss anything? Leave it down below in the comments. Would love to hear from you guys on another episode of how to play Branded. Now, make sure to check out the links below. TCG Player Affiliate link, my coaching service. Also, message me on Discord if you want to get help on Branded. I've heard fantastic feedback from all my students so far, so definitely would love to, make sure if you want some coaching, get a hold of me. TCG Player Affiliate link, like I said, and then also you can join and become a channel member for $5 a month if you would like to support the channel. Check out my streams every Monday and Friday at 6 p.m. See you guys later. Did you know that I have channel memberships now? This is the best way that you can support the channel and get some awesome perks. You get access to the hidden Discord group chat, where you get to ask me any questions about your decks. You get early deck lists, some early videos even, and exclusive emotes to use in the YouTube chat. And you get to duel me once a month. The best part is you get to support amazing Branded and Yu-Gi-Oh content going forward. So what are you waiting for? Sign up for the memberships down below. Thanks for watching the video.